And just like that, chat, we back. We back. Excuse my voice. All right, chat. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man. Maybe I'm doing too much yelling these days. But chat, man, oh man. The Cleveland Browns, did they make the worst decision ever in franchise history? Even with the 0-11 seasons, even with the head coach after head coach and quarterback after quarterback after quarterback, even with all these decisions combined, was this the tip of the iceberg? Is this the breaking point for the Cleveland Browns fans? Is it? I don't know. I believe so, though. I believe that at the end of the day, Cleveland Browns fans, they're over it. They're over it. They're over Deshaun Watson. They're over everything that's going on. They are over it. And to be quite honest with you, I was over it. But then I sat back and I realized, chat, that we in a prime position for the future. The new Cleveland movement, it's still alive and well, chat. It's still alive and well. But, chat, you know something? We got to talk about it. We got to talk about it, chat, because, oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right, excuse my voice. All right, I kind of got on here late, chat. I did. But you know you got to get these late night gems. It wouldn't be right if I didn't do it for you. So I'm sorry for appearing so late, chat, but I'm here. But did you see it? Have you seen this? Not Jim Brown. Why you gotta do Jim Brown like this? Oh my goodness, though. Chat, we're gonna get all into this and more. We're gonna get into it all. But man, oh man. I hope you're ready for a hell of an episode. Can we please roll the intro? Hey, we live now, really. Hold on. We live? Hold on. Can you see me? Mama, we made it. Oh my goodness, chat. Welcome back in with your host on the Golden Gems podcast, chat. Once again, I'm sorry for giving my voice, all right? Hey, I'm doing a little too much yelling, man. I ain't gonna lie, chat. I ain't gonna lie. Today gonna be a hell of an episode. All right, late night gems coming at you, the late night edition, and I promise you, we ain't gonna leave no stone unturned. I promise you that. But chat, we gonna get into it all right? But I need you to sit back, relax, go grab you a little snack or two. All right, please, before we get started, you know the drill. Please send this to your mama, your daddy, your best friend of another friend, Lit Johnny, Lit Timmy, and don't forget about Lit Susie. Gotta send these gems to Lit Susie, chat, because then eventually my voice gonna come back. Eventually. But chat, I for real need you to send these gems to Lit Susie, though. Don't play with me. But chat, did you see this? Did you see this? Oh my goodness. Cleveland said they done, chat. They got the 200. It wasn't 280 million. I mean, it was close, but it was only 230. 250. Was it 250 or 230, chat? How much did they pay Deshaun Watson? I'm asking for a friend. And yes, chat, once again, I'm not doing this on purpose. The voices, at this point, the voice gone. The voice is like gone. Like, it's gone. You know, maybe this decision, man, maybe it's really gotten to me, chat. I don't know. But to be quite honest with you, even with this decision, even what's going on, like, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for the future. Very excited for the future. But Cleveland, I'm here to just remind you, for all my Shedeur Sanders fans out there, for all the Shedeur Sanders supporters, for all the Cleveland Brown fans in general, hey, we just got to be patient. But Cleveland, hey, they ain't playing. Cleveland is done with the Haslams and their freak Watson. Oh, my goodness. This how y'all feel? Chat, hey, chat. There's one thing about them Cleveland fans, man. They gonna let you know in the dough. Hey, Cleveland fans, they gonna let you know how they feel about you, regardless if you want to hear it or not. From Johnny Manziel to Baker to goddamn Deshaun to Shedeur. Hey, one thing about them Cleveland fans, man, you gonna know how they feel about you, either good or bad. Period. To OJ, Odell, Nick Chubbs. I can go on, good or bad. I'm listening to all players for the Cleveland Browns who either been loved or hated. Shoot. And Deshaun Watson, unfortunately, you're at the top of that list, my guy, right now. You at the top of that list. In the Haslams. Boy, hey, the Haslams had some times now, didn't they? They done traded away Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jimmy Haslam, the Bucks owner. They done traded away Myles Garrett. And now they starting Deshaun Watson. Oh, my goodness. Hell of a couple span of months for the Haslams, ain't it? Hey, hell of a last few months for the Haslams, chat. Hell of a last few months for the Haslams. Not going to lie to you. Not going to lie, chat. It's been a hell of a last few months. All right? But welcome on in, man. If y'all just not tuning in, make sure you hit that like button, man. Show me some love. They said send them to the Jets. And that Deshaun mentor, Arch Manning. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my. Oh, my. But, chat, it was one question that I had yesterday. All right, there was one question that I had yesterday that I really need to get answered. Todd Monken, his excuse for not playing Shedeur. Listen to this, man. Because it might be Stefanski 2.0. It might be Todd Stefanski that we're looking at, folks, out here in Cleveland. But it's a lot we got to get into, chat, so we might as well start with the guy that's leading the charge. Our leader. Todd Monken, head coach of the Cleveland Browns.
Why aren't you playing Shedeur?
So he said, why aren't you playing Shedeur? Why aren't you playing Shedeur? That's a simple question. Because Shedeur Sanders now, he's considered the backup. If you've been living under a rock, if you ain't been paying attention to sports, Deshaun Watson, guess what? Deshaun Watson is now the starting quarterback for your 2026 to 2027 Cleveland Browns. He's the starting quarterback, chat. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Deshaun has been named the starter by this man and that boy Jimmy. I ain't saying something wrong with it, but I'm saying, hey, we talked about it yesterday. I know what I saw with my own two eyes. You know what you've been seeing with your own two eyes. But like I said yesterday, man, must be the money. But we're going to sit back and relax, and we're going to wait our turn, regardless. But, Todd, if your backup, your number two, if he's now the backup, why ain't he playing in this preseason game? I'm just asking for a friend. Todd, because it don't really make too much sense to me, but please explain.
Playing him because we'd like to see Dylan more. It worked out last game.
Dylan. Gabriel. Chad, we talking about the same Dylan. Chad, he talking about he want to see Dylan Gabriel. All right, it's one or two reasons why you can only want to see Dylan Gabriel. It's either you want to see is either Taylor Green or Dylan Gabriel going to be your quarterback number 3, and potentially maybe Dylan Gabriel can, perform and do a little well, so that way he can potentially get traded. You can let him go and just keep Deshaun, Shedeur, and Taylor. So maybe you want to see Taylor Green if he can be competent, and you're going to keep him on the roster. Or you're going to get rid of Dylan and trade or put that boy Taylor Green through waivers and hope that he can make it to your practice squad. If you put him on waivers, he might be gone, depending on how you play. So maybe you're doing this to see who your backup quarterback going to be. Maybe, just maybe. But wouldn't you think if you said Shedeur needed reps, If you said Shedeur needed to get better, if you said his operational, prowess wasn't that good, if you said that he just didn't look as good as Deshaun, if you said those things, Todd, I would think, as a person looking on the outside, looking in, I'm looking out the window, looking through the window, to be exact, I would think you would want to play your backup in Shedeur Sanders. Now, I'd be dang, Todd. It's not making too much sense to me that you want to see Dylan. You ain't going to at least give us a series or two? Then you're going to see Dylan and Taylor. There's only 3 other quarterbacks. You ain't going to play your starter because the Patriots ain't playing their starters. So I get that. But, hey, I want to see Shedeur. Y'all already did name Deshaun, the starter. How come I can't see my player, continue to get better? Oh. Yeah, all right. We know why. We don't talk about it, though, Chad.
That was unfair to him.
Why aren't you playing Shedeur?
We're not playing him because we'd like to see Dylan more. It worked out last game. That was unfair to him. So in order to do that, to see
fair. We talking about what's fair? I thought this was a professional football league. Actually, the National Professional Football League. I thought this was an NFL. We talking about being fair? When is life fair? And you talking about being fair, Todd? Being fair? Really? You want to be fair to Dylan Gabriel? Really? I know you're a players coach, Todd. At least that's what has been reported. But Todd, I don't get it. I'm not understanding. Maybe we just got to listen to Ian and send him to the Jets and let Deshaun Watson mentor Arch Manning. Maybe we just got to go ahead and do that, chat. Maybe. But Todd, I'm not understanding it. They gonna boo Deshaun Thursday every time he is shown on cameras. That's a fact. They probably gonna tell Deshaun, hey, Deshaun, you ain't gotta come to the game. We'll see them week 3 if you make it to that. They gonna tell Deshaun, you ain't gotta come to the game, my guy.
see more of him and yet see Taylor. There's just not enough reps.
Will Dylan and or Taylor get any team reps today? Didn't look like they got any yesterday.
I don't anticipate them getting any team reps today.
How challenging?
But you will give them the preseason reps in the game? I guess. I guess you really is just going to be playing the 3s and 4s. I mean, yeah. You see who those final couple wrestle spots going to be. To see who actually going to make the 53 man. So maybe you just playing this game with the backups of the backups of the backups. So I'm not mad that you ain't playing my guy, too. But I thought he had to get better. You only get better by playing in games. Last time I checked, an NFL preseason game is nonetheless an NFL game. Nonetheless, a practice, so to speak, in some people's eyes. Nonetheless, a dress rehearsal. So how come we can't be dressed and go ahead and get our rehearsal on? I'm just asking for a friend, Todd. Asking for a friend, Todd.
How long is that then to go into Thursday night, get a bunch of reps when you haven't practiced one? Kind of like being a backup.
No, it's
quarterback.
not easy. It's not easy. I mean, and even if you're the backup quarterback, you would hope like heck that you got the reps, other than if someone got hurt.
Todd Stefanski. It's starting to look like Todd Stefanski out here. Starting to look like Stefanski 2.0, chat. I don't know. But let's continue.
Well, I don't know that. Every player's a little bit different. You see quarterbacks go in there and right away play well. And you've seen others that need some time. And that's at every position. Some, it happens quicker than others. Some had further to go. I know this, that from the jump in the offseason when he showed some things that I really liked, the way he's wired, that's when we made the decision to give him more reps. That's when we decided to make it a competition.
So if you decided to give him more reps, if you decided to make it a competition, you basically saying that at first it was supposed to be Deshaun all the way. But Shedeur did so well. He performed so good. He put the fire on y'all to say, dang, we kind of actually got to give this man some more reps. Oh, wow. Well, he's actually looking better, didn't he, Deshaun? So Shedeur played that well that you decided to make this a quarterback competition, but you still went with y'all original choice? Listen to what he said, Chad. Let me rewind it back just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Some, it happens quicker than others. Some had further to go. I know this, that from the jump in the offseason, when he showed some things that I really liked, the way he's wired, that's when we made the decision to give him more reps. That's when we decided to make it a competition for Shedeur.
So he was excelling that much. He was doing that well. He was looking that good that you just so happened to make it a competition when it. So at first it wasn't going to be a competition. At first y'all was going to just throw Deshaun Watson out there anyway. That's what you said? Interesting. But Shedeur Sanders was playing that good and looking that well that if you really didn't disguise this as a quarterback competition, potentially you probably would have lost the locker room before you even had it. Potentially you would have already lost the locker room before you even had it. The Cleveland Browns are one of the youngest teams in the NFL. Has a very young team, the Cleveland Browns do. They have potentially very young stars, potentially, who can be at least the stars when the Cleveland Browns orange and white. But you said out of your own mouth that it wasn't a competition at first. It was supposed to be Deshaun Watson all the way. Interesting, Todd. Very interesting.
And for us, that was the point of it all, to get where he's at today. Because early on, in my opinion, it was pretty obvious that Deshaun was ahead. His experience, right? He should be. Right? There's no difference there. We made that decision.
Interesting.
And where he's at today is a byproduct of that. And I'm excited about, again, the long game for him. There's certain things he has to continue to work on. And he's going to just continue to grow leaps and bounds because he's a sponge. Takes it all in. Really does. And so I just think that it's a matter of time before we get a chance to see that. Well, I don't.
Interesting. Interesting, chats. Very, very interesting. So, at first, Deshaun was just so much leaps and bounds better than Shedeur. Then we heard multiple reports after OTAs that Shedeur Sanders actually might make this a competition. And then even during camp, we saw with our own two eyes, Shedeur came out kicking Deshaun Watson's ASS. And before they started giving Deshaun Watson even more and more reps, trying to help him out because he looked so bad that, you know what Mary Kay said, we showed the clip time and time again. We got to make Deshaun Watson feel good about himself. That's what Mary Kay said. I ain't going to show the clip again. You can go find it. But man, oh man. Not understanding it. Not understanding it, chat. Because we got people who actually watching film. Just look at these two men's face. Look at his face. He looked like he's still in shock. Look at his face. He looked like, man, I can't believe they really did that. Let's hear what they got to say, though, folks.
What are you seeing about Watson on tape, on the All-22? You're already shrugging your shoulders. It's not like he's lit it up. What have you seen that Todd Monken at least can hang his hat on here to announce him as the starter? Chase?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
He was shaking his head. He like, damn, I wish I could have said something good. Because Chase, we remember you played for the other team. You know, we remember you wasn't always with us. You wasn't over here. You feel me? You came around, you flipped the script for sure. You feel me, Chase? You did. You flipped the whole 360 and came on a bandwagon, and we happily accepted you. You still ain't doing no Fernando Mendoza breakdowns or no Cam Ward breakdowns, but That's another topic and another story for another day. But my guy, Chase, why are you shaking your head? Have you seen what we've seen? I'm gonna let you continue.
To be completely honest, look, I haven't been around practice.
Sure.
So he could be lighting it up in practice, but just taking practice away, because I don't know. You watch the game and it's safe. It's underneath throws. It's missing easy ones. It's feels like he's comfortable. And then you turn on Shedeur, which automatically, like, obviously they were fighting back and forth, and Shedeur's taking shots down the field. He's taking more chances. Obviously those 2 interceptions. But I was really, really surprised that Deshaun was named the starter. The reason, first of all, I think it was above Todd Monken. I think if Monken had his choice, Shedeur fits his offense style better. Spread it out, 11 personnel, 12 personnel, let this thing rip.
You didn't have that moment pointing at the screen at any point saying, there's the 2019 Deshaun Watson. There it is. That's why they're doing this. You didn't have any of those. None of them.
That is so far gone.
What are you seeing about Watson?
That is so far gone. Interesting. Well, let's not only take his word for it. I don't even really like this guy. But listen to what this guy had to say. He's actually a former Cleveland Brown. He is actually a reporter for the Cleveland Browns. He actually, chat, called the game last week. Believe it or not. He was on TV calling the game for the Cleveland Browns. Let's listen to what he has to say about all this.
And send them back. It's good that their first 2 games are on the road, right? Although the second one's against Baker Mayfield, who would love
my bad, chat,
to stir it up so badly for the Browns and send them back 0-2. I'm sure he'll talk to the defense like that. They can have a large say in really sticking it to the Browns and have Deshaun Watson be still the starting quarterback going into week 3, unless you think, I mean, what happens if it's such a brutal start? Do you think there's any possibility that they would not send Deshaun Watson out there? I know this is a large hypothetical, but that's already part of the conversation, that week 1 and 2 is the ultimate amount of time that Todd Monken is going to truly give Deshaun Watson. Do you think that's possible, Joe?
Yeah, I would think that's probable. I think he's got to play well in those first 2 games, probably got to win at least one of them to be able to keep that starting job. And I know that as Todd Monken comes in, first-time NFL head coach, 60 years old, he knows this is his shot. The reason he named Deshaun Watson the starter in week 1 had solely to do with, what's the quarterback in my building that can operate and run my offense and give our team the best chance to win in week 1? And that's what he was given when he was announced as the head coach, without any oversight or thought from outside of the building or even some of the upper management people within Cleveland. They give him the right to be able to do that. But certainly
what, sir? Whoa. Why'd you say but? Hold on. What are you going to say? Because you're sweetening the pot. You're saying a whole bunch of nothing. But what are you about to say now? Chat, listen. Chat, listen what you're good at real quick. Chat, please. Listen what you're good at. Lean forward. Just listen. But what?
As they're looking on the schedule and knowing what the fan reaction has been to Deshaun Watson, he needs to play well in those first 2 games. Like I mentioned, probably win at least one of those 2 to be able to continue to be the starter when he comes home to Cleveland. Because you can imagine, Rich, if you go 0-2 and don't play well in those 2 games, and then they roll him out as the starter in week 3, it's not going to be a very pretty picture in Cleveland. And I think everybody in Cleveland, part of the reason there's been frustration after naming Deshaun Watson.
So at least he's rational. At least he knows it won't be pretty, because I think we all know that. But continue, my good sir.
The starter, outside of all the things that they've dealt with and outside of him playing very poorly against the Bills, is that, hey, we want to be able to see who this guy is, this Shedeur Sanders, who we still believe could be the quarterback of the future. He's shown great progress. He's done a lot of really, really good things so far since he's got here in Cleveland. And we want to see what his potential is. Where's that ceiling? Can he become and grow into that role of a starting quarterback? Because they know that there's a huge decision at the end of the season with 2 first-round draft choices of who is going to be that quarterback. Is it somebody that's in the building that's been playing for us this year, or are we going to need to go out and draft somebody? And so they really want to be able to get a good look at Shedeur Sanders to know exactly who he is and how he fits, if he fits into the future of this franchise.
it's good that.
So, if all that is true, right, Joe Thomas? If what you said was true, and if you don't know, this was today's practice. Chat, you know I keep the receipts. You know I keep the clips. You know I always come with the clips preloaded. Chat, if they want to really see what they have in Shedeur Sanders, how come you don't give him the full 16 or 17 games? Will 14 games be enough of a sample size? Potentially. But that's 2 games that we're going to have to come in when we already 0-2 starting the season. Not too many 0-2 teams make the goddamn playoffs. And I was looking forward to us potentially making the playoffs out in Cleveland. And I'm saying us because I'm in this with y'all, Cleveland. As long as Shedeur Sanders is on the team, I'm a part of y'all. I'm here rooting for you to be good, Cleveland. I'm a part of the bandwagon. You understand me? But Cleveland, if all that's true, why are you putting this out there? This Shedeur right here. Both of them had one. But this is the first time I've ever seen Shedeur throw something like that. Deshaun in the first clip. Chat, how many times have we seen that? How many times have we seen this? Deshaun, I'm open. But I promise you, hey, you threw it too late. Shedeur, he's starting to rub off on you, my guy. We might have to get Shedeur up out of that, chat. I'm not going to lie to you. Much as I like Cleveland, but Shedeur, is he starting to rub off on you, man? We got to get you up and out of there. Blink twice. Shedeur, blink twice. Shedeur, blink twice if you start to rub off on you. Just let me know. But Jesus Christ. We ain't never did that before. Never. But I guess it might be because of the environment, chat. Chat, it might just be because of the environment that we're in. Don't forget about this, chat. Is it about the money? Must be the money. Must be the money. Cleveland, this y'all guy?
Why y'all always filming me every day? It's the same shit. Why y'all always filming me every day? It's the same shit.
Hey, Cleveland. Deshaun said, hey, I will talk my talk and walk my walk however I want. Because me and Jimmy, we like this now. Shedeur, blink twice if the environment is not safe. Blink twice, Shedeur. I think they're rubbing off on you. I don't know. But chat, if we being honest though, we really having a conversation. This is y'all QB1 Cleveland. He mad because y'all filming.
Why y'all always filming me every day? It's the same shit.
Nah, this is back in Texas when he was in Houston though. I'm just messing with you. You see the Texans logo back there. I just thought this was funny when I came across it. But nah, chat, like, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Deshaun, you know why we always filming. You know why we always talking about it. You know that. But nah, I thought that was funny though. But yeah, I don't get it, chat. Like I've been trying to rationalize it in my head. I've been trying to really think about this in my head. But Cleveland, I know y'all just done. I know y'all just done. Cleveland, I know y'all are just done because holy. Y'all said, not only are we going to go ahead, hang up posters around Cleveland, Not only are we going to go ahead and go to the stadium in Cleveland, dog, what's next? The fans showing you how they feel about this decision. Cleveland is showing you how they feel about this decision. You even got the national media, everybody and their mama telling you how they feel about this situation.
Been there and done that. Just at least been there and done that. Just at least here to start. But man, the whole thing is crazy. The whole situation. And yes, Watson made it crazier by what he did on Saturday. And if you did feel confident about him being the starter going into week 1 and you're in that Cleveland locker room, I think that what he did on Saturday would make you question that a little bit. Because Shedeur continues to be Johnny Smooth. I'm not affected by anything ever. Which at some point you're like, hey, get going a little bit. But he is even keel. And when he takes flack, he usually kind of just handles it and takes it in stride. And Deshaun Watson, as you can see, is affected. And that's a big issue of playing quarterback, is not being affected by that stuff. And I've been there and done that.
You make a hell of a point, my guy. But Cleveland, I think y'all have spoken. The Cleveland Brown fans, I think y'all have spoken. And every day I hop online, I just see not only y'all speaking, not only y'all going out here and telling us how you really feel about Deshaun Watson being your starting quarterback, but I hear everybody and their mama. Everybody and their mama. Even Linda. Linda, what you got to say about all this?
Deshaun Watson has been awful. I mean, not disappointing, not inconsistent, awful, all caps. Since arriving in Cleveland, he's played 19 games. He's gone 9-10. He's suffered multiple injuries, not his fault. Missed all of last season. And when we last saw him play meaningful football, the Browns offense was dead last in the NFL. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders outplayed him in the preseason, but apparently none of that mattered.
Hold on. Whoa. What'd you say? You said he did what? Chat. I guess maybe I'm not the only one. Chat, I guess maybe you not the only one. Chat, I think maybe we're just not the only ones. What did you say, miss? Can you repeat that?
Play meaningful football. The Browns offense was dead last in the NFL.
Are you talking about the last time he played meaningful football? They were dead last. The last time Deshaun Watson played, how they were 1-6. The last time Deshaun Watson played was 2 years ago, right? And he looked how? He looked good, you said? Oh, no, you said the opposite. Okay. And then what you say about Shedeur?
Oh, Shedeur Sanders outplayed him in the preseason.
He did? No, he did. Linda, no. You got eyes too? You got glasses on, so you seeing it 4K, huh? Man. Not Linda. Interesting.
But apparently none of that matters.
Yeah. Linda, that last part, you were correct. Apparently none of that matters. Yeah. We shall see, chat. We shall see. But Linda, you don't know. Linda, you ain't never seen this though. Linda, you ain't know what was going on behind the scenes. Linda, they ain't give you the memo. Linda, you didn't know, Linda. You didn't know. You didn't. I was going. Hey, chat. I was going to let y'all hear from another former Cleveland Brown quarterback, but we ain't going to do this one today. Just a little sidebar. Ain't nothing against Robert Griffin. That's on him and his lovely wife. Just no comment. No comment, chat. No comment. No comment. No comment, chat. All right, let's get you another clip before I go ahead and give you my real breakdown. All right, chat. Before I really go ahead and start peeling the layers back, I'm just giving you some context real quick before I get into really what I got to say. Because it's a lot.
And the Browns are going into this thinking, this isn't a week-by-week thing. Sure it isn't. But even if that's not the case, which it should be, you also have to plan in case the most injured quarterback in the NFL the last 5 years gets injured again.
Right.
And that would, again, stand to reason that Shedeur Sanders should be starting. And again, not just starting, playing a half of football to just continue to allow him to get those operational reps.
That is so true. That is so true. But did you not recall? Did you not know about the agreement? Todd just told us as clear as day. It was never meant to be a competition. They had to do that for the fans. They had to do that to appease us. So, who knows? Who knows what would happen? Guess we'll have to wait and see, chat. But anyway, I'm going to let y'all finish.
It never made sense to me that the Browns would make operation the number one reason why Deshaun got the job and Shedeur didn't.
Yeah, because that's what Todd said, right? It's an operation. Interesting.
And I understand there might be a gap between those two. Well, how do you call that gap? You go ahead and play Shedeur Sanders as much as possible, and you're missing another opportunity on Thursday.
It just seems like a really dumb move by the Browns. And again, I think your read on it initially is the right one, which is, by the way, for a program that really doesn't care about what fans think in the slightest bit. They're really weighing the fans' opinion on this one. They don't want to see the stadium light up and applaud and cheer on Shedeur, and a bunch of people leaving on Thursday night saying to themselves, well, this is exactly why they should be starting Shedeur Sanders instead.
And the Browns,
they don't want that to happen. But you said something that was interesting. You said the operation, right? And then they don't want Shedeur to get out there and cook how we know he would cook. They don't want the fans to be in an uproar even more than them being in an uproar right now. Okay. Maybe I'm the naive one. But Todd, you said it was an operation. You said it was an operation, Todd. That's what you said out your mouth. Real quick.
You can't try to make my son out to be no dumb Negro man with all the tutelage and all the persons that has been in his life to help him elevate even besides me. Don't do that. That bother brother right there. Don't do that. Don't make us out to be fools. We never been dummies.
Say it again, Dion, one more time for the people all the way in the back. Because they said it's operation. They said he can't say hut. Hey, Dion, that's what they said, man. Hut. That's what somebody told me. So I don't know, chat. That's what somebody said. Somebody said he couldn't say hut. Was it her?
How's morale there in Cleveland?
Well, it's not very good right now among the fan base. I do think it's time for cooler heads to prevail a little bit and let this thing play out and see how it's going to go.
Who made the decision?
Let this thing play out and see how it's going to go. I told you all along he was going to be the guy. You know, when Jimmy went to the wedding, I actually reported on it. I told you guys. I told you. Did you, Mary Kay? Did you?
To make Deshaun Watson the starter.
It was 100% Todd Monken's decision. All Todd Monken cares about.
It was 100% Todd Monken's decision. It was 100% Todd Monken's decision. Was it, Barry? Was it? Okay. Interesting. Okay. I'm gonna finish. Listen to Mary. I'm gonna be quiet.
Is going down to Jacksonville and trying to win that football game. They're going to have to worry about silent counts. They're going to have to worry about cadence. And also, Deshaun Watson is going to be trying to hold together a brand new offense.
They're gonna have to worry about silence counts. They're gonna have to worry about cadence. Well, we did get the Bills to jump off sides twice last Saturday in the preseason game. Yeah. Yeah, take it against backups. Yeah, but I thought y'all said that was a problem we had. Interesting. Continue.
Learning a brand new scheme and terminology to be silent counts. They're going to have Jacksonville 100% Todd Monken's decision. All Todd Monken cares about is going down to Jacksonville and trying to win that football game. They're going to have to worry about silent counts. They're going to have to worry about cadence.
They're gonna have to worry about silent counts. They're gonna have to worry about cadences. Chat. 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 Can I show you some, chat? Chat, they're gonna have to worry about silent counts and cadences, right? Okay. Okay. How many games did Shedeur play in last year? I just wanted to pull this up. So he played against the Raiders, right, chat? And that game was a road game. Okay. Okay, let's continue. He played against the Bengals, and that was a road game. He played against the Bears, and that was a road game. I mean, he only played in 7 games. He played in that Baltimore game too, and that was a road game. So I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Dion, what you say again?
You can't try to make my son out to be no dumb Negro man with all the tutelage and all the persons that has been in his life to help him elevate even besides me. Don't do that. That bother brother right there.
Yeah, it's still bothering me too, Dion. It's still bothering me too. What'd you say, Mary Kay?
And also, Deshaun Watson is going to be trying to hold together a brand new offense, learning a brand new scheme and terminology.
I mean, ain't Shedeur like learning a brand new scheme, brand new terminology, brand new defense? Didn't Shedeur have to learn a brand new offense, brand new scheme last year when he was a rookie? I'm just asking for a friend. I mean, I don't know too much about football, chat. I'm just saying. Interesting.
It's all new, and that would be a very, very tall order in a loud stadium for a second-year quarterback who doesn't have much experience.
Well, one guy hasn't played in 2 years, and the last time he played, he was actually 1 for 6. And another guy, I mean, he played in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games last year, right? Interesting. I wonder, hey, chat, real quick. Chat, got a question for you. Do you think this guy is going to play some road games this year? Jackson Dart? Just asking for a friend. Chat, do you think this guy, what's his name? I don't know. I don't remember. Do you think this guy, chat, is going to play in some road games next year? Wasn't these guys both drafted with Shedeur last year? Interesting. Okay. Okay. Just asking for a friend, chat. Just asking for a friend. Mary Kay said what she said, but don't you think these guys, they in their second year, Mary? Interesting. What about this guy? He's learning a new offense with a new head coach out there in Tennessee. He's, learning new cadences and all that. You think he gonna play some road games this year? And we actually won more games than him. Interesting. I'm gonna let you finish though, Mary. Or are you done?
How's morale there in Cleveland?
Well, it's
Even the way they faces look. Chat. Yeah. Cleveland full of it, man. Cleveland full of it, chat. They are. We just gonna let it be though, chat. We gonna let calmer heads prevail. We gonna give it time because our time gonna come. Our time gonna come, chat. Our time gonna come.
It's a long season. Shedeur eventually is gonna get his time to shine, whether it's this year, next year, it don't matter. So we never praying on nobody downfall. We wish the best for everybody. You're never gonna succeed if you have bad intentions in your heart and your mind, and if you wish bad on somebody else, bro. Like, no matter what the situation is, that's not how you succeed. It's a long season. Shedeur eventually is gonna get his time to shine, whether it's this year, next year, it don't matter. So we never praying on nobody downfall. We wish the best for everybody. You're never gonna succeed if you have bad intentions in your heart and your mind, and if you wish bad on somebody else, bro. Like, no matter what the situation is, that's not how you succeed.
Facts. Thank you for that message, Shiloh. Thank you for that message. Because that's not how you succeed. You are correct, my kind sir. You are correct. You don't succeed by praying on somebody else's downfall. You don't succeed by wishing somebody else fail. You don't succeed by wishing that somebody, at the end of the day, just wasn't a part of the situation. You win by being patient, putting in the work, and showing up day in and day out. And when your time comes, going out there and balling. So, Shiloh, I needed to hear that. I did. But Shiloh, not gonna lie, please tell Shedeur that he has to blink twice for us to really know what's going on. He got to blink twice. All right? He got to. He got to. Because we got to get him out of there. We can get him out of there. But Cleveland, man, I just don't get it. I just don't understand. I don't. But anyway, chat, I want to see how you feel about what's going on. All right? Let me see how y'all feel about what's going on. Okay? Let's get to some of y'all chats, man. Oh my goodness, y'all wild in the chat. He just needed a massage. Oh my God, y'all are wild. Woo! We gonna get into somebody else needing a massage too, potentially tonight in that 49ers owner. But actually, we gonna probably get into that tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. But let's get to some of y'all chats though. How do y'all feel about what's going on in Cleveland? Because I'm curious. I can continue to go on, but at the end of the day, y'all know how I feel. That's why he gonna get hurt in the Tampa Bay game. We can't wish that upon no man. We can't. But we shall see. Who outplayed who? Exactly. That's the same question I was trying to figure out. That's the same thing I wanted to know. Who was outplaying who? Who was outplaying who? Because last time I checked, I heard from person after person after person after person Who says who was really out here balling? Who says who was really out here doing their thing? Time and time again, consistently throughout the whole entire process. They say it was Todd's decision. They say this was Todd's decision, his decision only. I'm curious to know. Todd, are you sure about that? Are you sure? I'm just asking for a friend. But man, I still can't believe it, chat. I still can't believe it.
Funny to hear you say that they want to get something out of this contract, which I guess makes sense. But so far, what they've gotten out of this contract is a lot of bad headlines and judgment in us and them like further cementing this like trope of them as like this silly organization, which actually they draft really well. They built a really good roster. They made this really awful trade and decision, and that's been mired a lot of the years since. And now, like, you have an opportunity to feel like you have a fresh start. You can dump all this on that decision and move on. And rather than doing that, they remind us that, you know what? Even though we make a lot of really good choices, this is who we are, baby. This is who we are. We're going to end it by making it another like questionable choice.
And that's what we have to understand, chat. Cleveland, the Cleveland Browns will always do some Cleveland Browns things. Period. He said they had dug up Linda. You funny. Oh, man. Y'all wild in the chat, man. He said, why you keep on showing vampire twats and prom pics? Oh, y'all, wow. What are we on? Man, oh, man. I think this is it right here, though. 100% Jimmy's decision. 100% Jimmy's decision. The organization, with Jimmy Haslam being the head of it, he is the one, chat, who's made this decision. He's the one who made this decision. Just saying. Just saying. Because when we listen to even former Cleveland Browns, like my good friend right here,
I definitely realized that, Shedeur is the favorite, but me, I'm understanding the business aspect of it, looking at it how not just the fans look at it, but how the staff sees it, regardless of how the fans see it. Looks can be deceiving in training camp when you're going against guys that know everything that you're running. I would urge fans not to just look at, if he's throwing an interception or, batted down balls, but how does he move in the pocket? Is he throwing it to the right guy? As it relates to Todd Monken picking a starter, the cat's out the bag, guys. The starter has been picked. He just hasn't come out and said. It's not, just a competition like it's totally up in the wild life. It could go to him. It could go to him. They have an idea, or more than an idea. I am almost certain of who the starter is going to be. I definitely realized that, Shedeur is the favorite. But me, I'm understanding the business aspect of it, looking at it how not just the fans look at it, but how the staff sees it, regardless of how the fans see it.
So regardless of how we see it, chat, looks can be deceiving. We should always know what the decision ultimately is going to be. We should always know what the decision was going to be, chat. Not going to lie to you. Not going to lie to you. But like Shiloh said, we're going to sit back, we're going to relax, and we're going to be patient. I still don't understand why we ain't playing in that second preseason game. Because you always want your backup quarterback, especially a quarterback who you're developing, to get as many game reps or in-game reps as possible. Doesn't matter who it's against. You always want your backup to continue to get reps, but I guess Shedeur Sanders don't need to play. But once again, chat. Once again. Somebody said it. Somebody said it. Shake my head, man. Shake my head. Welcome to the Cleveland Browns. I guess I should have always known this, chat. I guess I should have always known this is what the Cleveland Browns are and this is what they do. I guess I should have always known, chat. But let's look back at this. And then I want to show y'all this comment.
Every player's a little bit different. You see quarterbacks go in there and right away play well. And you've seen others that need some time. And that's at every position. Some, it happens quicker than others. Some had further to go. I know this, that from the jump in the offseason when he showed some things that I really liked, the way he's wired, that's when we made the decision to give him more reps. That's when we decided to make it a competition.
So if you decided to make it a competition and give him more reps, then how come when he looked better, when he is better, you didn't pull the trigger? Oh, wait, I know why. I know why. I know why. Somebody said it. It's comments like these are to pair with the fact that we know ownership likes Deshaun. That makes people wonder whether Todd was hired because he was willing to give Deshaun another chance. You hope that it isn't true, but if Deshaun led early and if it was close, organizationally, you'd go with Shedeur. But that's just a smart organization with a pulse on their situation and mindset, not the Browns. Because you started giving him more reps because he looked like, oh, he damn near might be better than Deshaun Watson. He damn near might be better than what we got. But then Jimmy said, hold on, not so fast. I don't care how he looks. He's still going to play. I still want to see the return on my investment, even 5 years later, even if it hasn't worked out. Interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. But then again, I can. Then again, I can. Because at the end of the day, it don't matter how Deshaun Watson look. It don't matter how Deshaun Watson look. It don't matter what Deshaun Watson did. He still was going to play regardless. Maybe that's the wrong route by the receiver. Potentially. Potentially. Maybe he was held. Potentially. Potentially. But hey, Cleveland, that's your QB1. Might as well start to get behind it. Might as well start to get behind it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it, chat. Next clip, man.
To me, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. The end result of it all isn't worth it. If he goes out there and goes 17-0, fans will turn around and you know he'll split the fan base again. But they're not going to re-sign him after that. So, like, to me, there's no end game. I don't understand what the end result. What are you expecting here? There's no world where I think that Deshaun will be back on this roster next year. So even if he plays good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't matter to the future of this team.
How many times have I said that, chat? How many times have I uttered those same facts, chat? Cleveland, Cleveland, Cleveland.
That's the whole thing that everybody seems to get, but the Browns for some odd reason. So that's why this whole thing is confusing to me. That's why everybody's like, well, you should have just go with 2. Because the thing with Shedeur is, at least if it's something there, okay, we can move forward with that. If something's not there, okay, we can move forward and get something else. With Deshaun, to me, you're moving on no matter what. Like, to me, it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. The end result of it all isn't worth it. If he goes out there and goes 17-0, fans will turn around and he'll split the fan base again. But they're not going to re-sign him after that. So, like, to me, there's no end game. I don't understand what the end result. What are you expecting here? There's no world where I think that Deshaun will be back on this roster next year. So even if he plays good, bad, or indifferent, it doesn't matter to the future of this team.
I just wanted to play it twice, chat. I just wanted to play it twice. And now I want to roll this film.
I don't understand why everyone's freaking out over Deshaun Watson being named the starter, because he's clearly the best quarterback in Cleveland, and he showed us exactly why throughout the preseason. He was able to show off his accuracy multiple times, and he showed his ability to find the open receiver in these 2 games. But just watch him on this play. He has Larvadain open on this dig, but he does a great job of throwing it high and late for his 5'8" receiver to go up and get it. Unfortunately, he gets picked off by the safety, but you can definitely see his elite accuracy on this play. Then on this next drive, he faces some pressure off the edge, but look at the poise to thread this ball behind his receiver straight into double coverage for an incompletion. This is the kind of tape Todd Monken and his coaching staff is looking at, and you can see exactly why they chose him to be their starter. And he did the same thing in week 1 against the Bears too. You can see he has a perfect pocket, and he has Casey Concepcion coming open across the middle, so he puts the ball right on the dot to his feet. And he also has great vision down the field, because on this play, he has Isaiah Bond open on this deep curl, and he's looking right at him. But he does a great job of not forcing the ball, so instead he tucks in and tries to run, but he takes a sack. But that's just great decision-making by the veteran quarterback right there. So if you actually sit down and watch the tape, you can see exactly why Deshaun Watson was named the starter for the Browns. And I think Cleveland's going to have a great season with him under center this year.
Like to start the season on the road, Deshaun gave us the best chance to move the ball and score points.
And that's our simple, chat. That's why Deshaun started. He was the best quarterback. He proved to be the best. Right? Right? Chad, he proved to be the best. Ooh. The NFL has their hands in that. Potentially. Potentially. Only way to see the Shedeur start is on Madden. Oh my goodness gracious. What? Hey, Ian, man. Hey, God bless your heart, man. God bless your heart. But y'all just saw that film, man. That film showed why Deshaun Watson is starting, chat. It's all in the tape. It's the film. It's the film. It's the film, chat. Yeah. It's obvious. Because if Shedeur Sanders was the future, he'll be out there. Todd Monken want his own quarterback. Clearly. Clearly they don't want to. They don't want to. And that's okay. And that's okay. We're going to call a spade a spade. We're going to call a spade a spade. Get JW talking about Deshaun Watson. Who JW talking about Deshaun Watson? I think, man, if we being honest, chat, if we're really going to talk about it, if we're going to really have a conversation, I'm going to pull J-Dubs up here in a second. I'm going to pull him up here in a second. All right. But I just showed y'all the film. Y'all don't think the film was that good? Do I got to play it again, chat? Do I got to play it again? Chat, maybe y'all didn't see the film. Chat, you didn't see the film, chat. Chat, you didn't see the film. Do I got to play it again?
Understand why everyone's freaking out over Deshaun Watson being named the starter, because he's clearly the best quarterback in Cleveland, and he showed us exactly why throughout the preseason. He was able to show off his accuracy multiple times, and he showed his ability to find the open receiver in these 2 games. But just watch him on this play. He has Larvinating open on this dig, but he does a great job of throwing it high and late for his 5'8" receiver to go up and get it. Unfortunately, he gets picked off by the safety, but you can definitely see his elite accuracy on this play. Then on this next drive, he faces some pressure off the edge, but look at the poise to thread this ball behind his receiver straight into double coverage for an incompletion. This is the kind of tape Todd Monken and his coaching staff is looking at, and you can see exactly why they chose him to be their starter. And he did the same thing in week 1 against the Bears too. You can see he has a perfect pocket, and he has Casey Concepcion coming open across the middle, so he puts the ball right on the dot to his feet. And he also has great vision down the field, because on this play, he has Isaiah Bond open on this deep curl, and he's looking right at him. But he does a great job of not forcing the ball, so instead he tucks in and tries to run, but he takes a sack. But that's just great decision-making by the veteran quarterback right there. So if you actually sit down and watch the tape, you can see exactly why Deshaun Watson was named the starter for the Browns.
Just got to watch the tape, chat. You just got to watch the tape.
He got a bunch of clips.
Yeah, they trying to just, and we're gonna have to sit there and tell us feel that people persist with this buzzword, and I'm not gonna sit there and tell you that just because you play football you got to know everything. But the way they're using Cadence Tyvis the last couple of days is telling me that they really feel that Cadence is more important than the garbage that Deshaun Watson put on tape.
So this is where I'm at with the Cadence.
G, I think that's it, G. It's the cadences, G. The cadences, G, that's what it is.
Thing, because I'm like you.
G, it's not about the film. G, it's not about the film. G.
I think Cleveland's going to have a great season with him under center this year.
Like to start the season on the road, Deshaun gave us the best chance to move the ball and score points.
I don't understand.
Period. That's what he do. Deshaun, hey, G, it's not about the cadence. Deshaun give him the best opportunity to move the ball and score points. That's what it's about. Ain't about the cadence.
I heard the same thing, and I heard it from, obviously, me working with the Browns Radio Network. You know, I'm talking to some of those guys on a daily basis, and you know, a lot of the stuff that they said was about the pre-snap stuff. What they told me was Deshaun Watson pre-snap is better than Shedeur. And so when you hear, like, he's struggling to get the play in, you know, he's not saying his cadence loud enough so guys can't hear the snap count. When you hear stuff like that, right? In my mind, I'm thinking, oh, okay, if that's the case, when we get to these games, I'm going to see guys not lined up correctly. We're going to get some delay of games. It's going to be some false starts. Gee, how many penalties did Shedeur have? How many pre-snap penalties did he have? I counted 0. So, what are you talking about? I don't know.
He said it. Shedeur Sanders didn't have no delay games. Todd Monken didn't have to call any timeouts for him. He had 0. Say it again. What he had 0 of?
I counted 0. So, yeah. How many pre-snap penalties do you have? I counted 0.
So if you counted 0, Titus, what are we talking about? What are we talking about?
So, what are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
What are we doing? Like this,
I don't know what they're talking about, because if it was as bad as they made it out to be, it would have surely showed up in the game. At some point, somebody would have been lined up on sides. Somebody would have been in the wrong position. It would have been a false start. Something. He had a clean operation.
He had a clean operation damn near both games. Both games. Both games.
Let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, chat. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
Morale there in Cleveland.
Well, it's not very good right now among the fan base. I do think it's time for cooler heads to prevail a little bit and let this thing play out and see how it's going to go.
Who made the decision to make Deshaun Watson the starter?
It was 100% Todd Monken's decision. All Todd Monken cares about is going down to Jacksonville and trying to win that football game. They're going to have to worry about silent counts. They're going to have to worry about cadence. And also, Deshaun Watson is going to be trying to hold together a brand new offense, learning a brand new scheme and terminology. It's all new. And that would be a very, very tall order in a loud stadium for a second-year quarterback who doesn't have much experience.
It's the same thing we heard last year. It's the same thing we heard last year when they played Dylan Gabriel, and it was, oh, Dylan's more equipped because he played in 5 different offenses, and if you throw him in there, it's going to look 10 times worse. Well, let me just give you some work right here, because here's the problem, Tyvis. The film don't add up.
Will you help me cross the border? Let me finish.
My bad, chat. Let's continue.
No,
come out and ask you flat out, what are you seeing about Watson on tape, on the all 22?
See, G. Bush, why we had the same lineup? Why we had the same lineup today? Because we see what the national media and everybody and their mama is saying. And it doesn't make sense. Something doesn't add up.
You're already shrugging your shoulders because, you know, it's not like he's lit it up, right? So what have you seen that Todd Monken at least can hang his hat on here to announce him as the starter, Chase?
Not a lot to be completely honest. Look, I haven't been around practice, right? So practice in general, like you got to play well in preseason, but that's only, I think Deshaun's had 27 reps or 32, something along those lines in actual preseason games. He's had way more in practice. So he could be lighting it up in practice, but just taking practice away.
By the way, he was not lighting it up in practice. So I'm going to take that.
Wait. He has some good days.
Lighting it up, Tyvis, lighting it up.
He had the one day where he threw the 7.
Look at Titus. Hey, Titus, we ain't going to lie. You're a company man. We know that. You work for the Cleveland Browns, so you got to say that. We appreciate you putting your 2 cents in there, but we know what side you play on, too. You just played defense real well. I appreciate you, Titus. Because we don't forget how you try to defend that boy, Jason Lloyd. We're going to let you live, though. We're going to let you live, Titus. You know you're a company man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Being a company man is okay. Get your money. You got a family to feed. But you can miss us with that. Because we seen the clips.
Touchdown.
He had, boy, you talking about the goal line. The goal line.
That's the one. That was the day that everybody went crazy. Oh my God, he's back. That's the one. Everybody was like, gee, I promise you, my phone went off that day. I didn't even know he could do this. I thought it was out of there. He looked so good. That was the day. Everybody hung their hat on that day. I'm telling you.
And listen, them 3 pick days, they're like, nah, don't even worry about that.
It never happened.
When did Shedeur ever throw 3 picks in one practice? He probably has never done that even in his life. And Deshaun did that how many times, chat? Did we see that? A few, at least. Jesus Christ, man. Cleveland, I'm going to pray for y'all, man.
That never happened. That never happened. Chase, tell us what you've seen on film. Don't take my word for it. We're going to watch the film. What did you see, Chase?
Because I don't know. You watch the game, and it's safe. It's underneath throws. It's missing easy ones. It's
Then we talk about all this, chat. Chase reiterating it again, putting it in plain terms once again for you. Just listen.
Feels like he's comfortable within the offense, and then you turn on Shedeur, which automatically, like, obviously they were fighting back and forth, and Shedeur's taking shots down the field. He's taking more chances. Obviously, those 2 interceptions.
So he's taking shots down the field. He's taking more chances. Yeah, those 2 interceptions come from him actually trying to push the ball down the field and actually trying to develop himself, to take risks, take chances, because that's the only way he's going to get better. You have to take those risks. You have to take those chances, because at the end of the day, you playing it safe, checking it down in your second season. That's not going to make you better. We ain't trying to just, at the end of the day, look presentable. No, we trying to take the job. So what comes with that is us potentially having a few mistakes. But man, Cleveland, this is a new low.
But I just, look, I was really, really surprised that Deshaun was named the starter. And when he had that press conference, I had always thought that Shedeur was probably going to be the guy, just because he gives him a little bit of a higher ceiling. And then when that press conference.
Now, this a man, I'm not going to bore you. I just wanted to show you, because we got to get to the film where I just didn't want to bore you. Because, you know, he's telling you, and I want to give you an opportunity, Tyvis. That's one person who watched all 22. Let's go to Coach Riz. Let's see what he says. Watch this. See, this is why the receipts come. You thought you was getting off the hook just because you named the starter. Love seeing Shedeur use the snap count to his advantage. Whoa!
Thank you for pulling this up, G. Because I showed this on the platform the other day. And then went over people's heads. Cadence.
Oh my gosh! The cadence has shown itself. He did it twice against the Bills in the first half, stealing an easy 5 yards away both times. It can slow down the defensive line, keep pass rushers from bending their ears back, and force the defense to reveal their coverage, creating a clear pre-snap picture for the quarterback. This and other areas of Shedeur's pre-snap operation improved drastically against the Bills. Yeah, Tyvis, if it wasn't for those mangy kids and Scooby-Doo, we would have got away with it too. But you're not getting that off. Let me just go ahead and throw these buzzwords out you, and then I want to get your opinion on it, because maybe this make a little bit of sense. Stop with these buzzwords. Show me the football. Vague language is not analysis.
He's still processing. Not a culture fit. He hasn't shown a good command of the offense. He's slow getting in and out of the huddle. His cadence needs work. This is everything that they say about Shedeur, chat. This is everything that they continue to say about Shedeur. But I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Because I know somebody, one man, who just don't appreciate that. We heard what Deion said. We did. Shedeur ain't dumb, man. But G. Bush, I want you to finish.
I hate when people say his cadence needs work. That's meaningless. What about it? The real analysis.
I agree with this statement, by the way. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but okay.
Show me what happened. Did he draw a defender off sides? Did the defense time up his snap easily? Did it affect the protection or rhythm? Did it lead to a negative play? I need to see the consequences. He's slow getting in and out of the huddle. Describes nothing. Define the operational problem for us, Tyvis. Please.
So the Buffalo game, I'm sitting. That was last game. So I'm sitting in the box, the booth behind Andrew and Nathan, and I'm looking because my thing is this. On my mind, it's he's slow to get in and out of the huddle. So I'm looking like, all right, when did he snap the ball? I'm looking at the play clock. He snaps the ball with about 7 seconds to go on the play clock. I watched him do it countless numbers of time where he had 7 seconds left and he still snapped the ball. Like I didn't understand the getting in and out of the huddle. I didn't see it in the game. I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
You was at the game, Titus. You watched it with your own 2 eyes, just like me in that first game, huh? Interesting.
Can you show me the results? The burning timeouts, late motion or checks, forcing rush snaps. He's shown he hasn't shown.
Which quarterback had to take delay of games? Which quarterback had? Man, let me stop.
Good command of the offense. That's vague and not measurable, and it's unfalsifiable. How can you say he hasn't? What is command of the huddle? Did he make the right check? Did the players line up correctly? Did he handle the pressure? He's still processing. Can you tell me and show me the read and the coverage in which he made an error? Well, you can't?
No.
So I'll just be honest with you. These buzzwords are used as disqualifiers and an ad hominem attacks to just say, and this goes for everybody, because today when we watch the film, we're going to tell you and show you why exactly we think what we think. But if you don't have that, how is it that you're going to have an idea about what's going on? I just don't understand the fascination with cadence, as if calling the plays in the huddle is more important than being able to execute said plays once the ball snaps.
That's pretty much where we are. It's the big storyline has been they care more about the pre-snap than the post-snap results, and
that is egregious.
I mean, am I wrong? Is that what they're telling me?
That's the conclusion.
You care more about the pre-snap than the post-snap result. I don't get it. I don't understand.
You're telling me that you care about the window dressing. It's like you care what your uniform looks like, but you're garbage. I don't see it. So my thing is, we got to talk about that in the context. And out of all of the things that we're going to see, we're going to show you coming up now why it is the cadence looks good, the protection looks good, all the above right on the film. There we go. Let's get that out of here. Now,
I agree.
We'll see.
Tyvis, while I'm uploading this again, when you look at the decision to kind of play Dillon Gabriel and Taylor Green, what do you think about the fact that Shedeur is not playing in this game? Is it because, look, they may need him later in the year and they just don't want to get him hurt, and he might be a guy that they're going to play early? Or
I'm going to let them finish, but chat, y'all cooking, chat. Chat, y'all cooking in the chat, man. You cooking in the chat. Y'all cooking out here, man. Y'all cooking. Yeah, hey, Jay Riz, we can't forget about those 7 TDs from the one. We can't forget about that. Can't forget about that. My goodness. We're going to let them finish, though.
You buy it. They don't want to see Dillon Green and Dillon Gabriel and Taylor Green.
I think it's a little bit of both. I think that Shedeur kind of solidified his 2 spot right now, and with the hopes of becoming 1 before the end of this season, I think that they are in limbo of what they want to do with the number 3 quarterback. They keep 3 quarterbacks nowadays. So now you're in limbo with Dillon or Taylor Green, and we've seen Dillon. Have Dillon impressed you in the preseason, in the 1 quarter, the 2 fourth quarter games he's had? Not necessarily. Not. Exactly. So we want to let him get a first half and let Taylor Green get the next half, and let's see who looks better, because we got to make a decision. One of them's getting cut. They not keeping 4 quarterbacks. One of them getting cut. So let's see who it is.
So this is their take from the conversation that we had earlier. Why is Shedeur Sanders playing in our first preseason game? This is their take. Yeah. Definitely terrible excuse. We definitely gonna see.
The thing I'll be looking at is I'm trying to figure out if Taylor Green, or is it going to be Gabriel or Green who's going to get that look. You know what I'm saying? Like who's more likely to be able to make it out of waivers? You see what I'm saying?
Well, I think we the only ones that really seen the value in Dillon Gabriel. But Taylor Green also ain't got no tape. You would be taking him off of college stuff, but he ain't doing nothing. So like he's perfect to sneak through the waiver wire right now, because I don't think nobody would claim him.
Unless you got a Terrell Pryor situation where there's somebody I think may look at him as a wide receiver, But I'm not sure he would sign somewhere as a wide receiver anyway. There we go.
A lot of the NFL run that one high look, but if you one of them quarterbacks that got a big arm, they put them two on the roofs, and there's no need to do that for us right now.
That two on the roof comment is so funny. It'd be cracking me up every time you say it.
Oh yeah. 20 yards back, two on the roof.
So now you better not freeze at the same part.
If it frees up, I'm going to laugh.
Lose
it. Oh, man. You should have just skipped it. I take it this is not the same one you've been using.
This is here's what we're gonna do.
This is a shame.
Here's what we're gonna do. Get up out of here. Can we exit?
Ultimately, listen, I think that I'm at a point in my life now where I'm not rooting against Deshaun in any scenario because I do want to see the Browns win, but
hey, I see you too, my guy. I'm gonna get to it again. I'm gonna get to them trading Dylan Gabriel potentially. We gonna get to it.
I promise you, the way they've been moving lately.
What are you saying? What are you saying, Todd?
Like the way the Browns have been moving, like Todd in particular.
Okay, I saw you and Earl talking about this.
He questionable for the end of the year, man. It ain't no guarantee. I'm just saying. Because like y'all said it on the UCSS, like this is the first decision that was his decision. And he got to be held accountable for that decision.
Like,
you know,
he's gonna have to hold this. So
because to me, it's almost like Kevin 2.0.
If you don't understand
oh, Jesus Christ. My bad, chat. Real quick, we're gonna go ahead and get into this. Because I kind of do want to show y'all this before we let G. Bush and my guy Titus finish. We're gonna get into it. All right, we're gonna get into it. All right, give me 2 seconds. We're going to get into it. You understand me? We're going to get into it. But I want to show y'all this real quick. Put your listening ears on, chat. All right? Put your listening ears on. Please. This is back in April. Back in April.
Looks great, by the way. When you guys were
what
out
we heard,
there,
yeah.
He's done a great job. He looks healthy. He's in a great headspace. You know, we'll see how it all shakes out. There is an ongoing competition, but you know, he's got nothing to lose. And if he's our starting quarterback, I know there are people that probably won't be supportive, but they should need to be supportive as much as they can. And if he plays great, then hey, awesome. If he doesn't, then you know, it is what it is.
Well, let me know what you think about that, Browns fans, in the comments below.
So this is a plan all along, because that clearly went over my head back in April. Interesting. G. Bush, y'all finish.
Down the field to score points.
There's no.
How can you say that? Like
How can you say that?
That doesn't make any sense to me. Like
How can you say that?
To a guy who literally dinks and dunks his way down the field. No explosives. His explosives came off of a Dylan Sampson screen. Like that was all his yards came off of that. So don't tell me that, bro. Like that I'm a grown man. Like stop it, bro.
So
you telling me a dude that you got to defend every blade of grass because he actually can throw the ball past 10 yards doesn't help you move the ball down the field like that. That's ludicrous to me. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's nasty. It's nasty work. It's nasty work for sure. I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Chat, do we got anything?
I pray. I just pray that it's something that we don't know or we ain't seen because it just don't make sense.
So now that our community has seen what all the reps look like, I want to know what in that film work was hiding or missing or that we couldn't really ascertain, or it was higher level. We don't understand it, but it's just I didn't see any higher level penalty. He wasn't getting catch to jump off side. I mean, them was the fours, Ty.
But if Shedeur Sanders would have looked how Deshaun looked against some threes and fours, what would they have sought? What would they have sought? What would they have said, Chad? If that was Shedeur Sanders who went out there, it looked like Deshaun Watson. What would they have said? Man, oh man. Jesus Christ.
Them was the fours. He was in the fourth quarter game of a preseason game.
Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. It's inexcusable, man. And then followed it up with a post game conference. Just
and they acting like
and then wonder why they booing them though. Like, what are you talking about? Look at the performance,
man. Cecily Sutton, the baby.
Hey, we don't block trolls. We let the trolls talk. We let the trolls talk. So what is that? El Hombre. Hey, welcome. You can go ahead and check for the other side. But chat, I just wanted to show you their take. All they did for the end of that video, they just got into a whole bunch of chats. All right. But yeah, dog, it's wild. It's wild out there in Cleveland. It's wild out there in Cleveland. But maybe we overlooked a lot of things, chat. Maybe we should have understood and knew that it wasn't really a quarterback battle. Maybe we should have. Maybe that's on us. But like I started this video off saying, I don't feel bad for nobody really but Cleveland and their fans. And some Shedeur Sanders fans. But Shedeur fans understand that we're going to be all right, regardless of whatever happens out here in Cleveland. For y'all Cleveland fans in general, but if Haslam still y'all guy, if Haslam is still the operator of business for the Cleveland Browns, I don't see anything changing anytime soon. If Haslam is still that guy for y'all, I don't see anything changing anytime soon. Shedeur gonna get a shot whether it's in Cleveland or not. That's a fact. He gonna get a full runway. That's a fact. Before his career is over, he gonna get a full runway. But Cleveland, I feel for y'all. The fact that y'all even gotta go do this. The fact that y'all even gotta do this says a lot. But hey, we was the naive ones because we should have known. We should have known. We should have known, chat. Deshaun Watson hasn't threw for 300 plus yards since 2020. Since 2020. Since 2020. But he gives you the ability to score, Todd. He's the one you believe in to help you put points on the board. Over 60 different quarterbacks have thrown for 300 plus yards in a game since Deshaun Watson last did week 17 of 2020. Ben Roethlisberger been retired forever. Colt McCoy, oh my goodness. Look at this list. And then look who sits at the bottom of it. The last guy to throw for over 300 yards besides Deshaun Watson. Our very own Shedeur Sanders. And you haven't thrown for over 300 since when? 2020. And this coming from Pro Football Focus. We know why you out there, Deshaun. And at this point, we understand it. We understand it. But Cleveland fans, hey, I understand. I understand. Woo! It's getting hot out there in Cleveland, y'all. getting hot out there in Cleveland. But Jimmy, this is what you wanted, right? Jimmy, this is what you always wanted. This is what you wanted, Jimmy. All good. It's all good. We're going to wait for our time. So, I ain't tripping. I ain't worried. Chat, we going to be all right. We going to be all right. You understand me? Still holding up the wrist. Still going to be patient. But, hey, at the end of the day, chat, it is what it is. It is what it is. Because remember, you know what the reason why we ain't playing? The cadence.
This was a football decision. Now, it's not only things that we see out here on the football field, it's things that they do in the classroom, and it's the game planning that they want to do that nobody has seen anything of yet, right? They believe that they can use Deshaun Watson's mobility in that game, and they can use cadence as a weapon in that game. And there's just a lot of things that he's going to be ready to do.
Cadence. They got a word again, chat. This is about the cadence.
On September 13th that they don't feel Shedeur is ready to do yet. And that's the whole key to this. This is a football decision through and through. Todd Monken is not going to do anything else other than go out and try to win that game. And he believes in his heart of hearts that Deshaun will give him that better chance. Now, does it mean that Shedeur?
Shut up, Mary. Please. No offense, but I kind of really mean it. But chat, it's kind of wild and it's kind of ridiculous at this point. It's kind of wild and it's kind of ridiculous at this point. The Browns played in our face. Deshaun Watson, he's going to start regardless. And at the end of the day, the Browns was going to always do some Cleveland Browns-ish. That's what I've come to the conclusion at. That's where I've come to just accept things. But Cleveland Brown fans, understand, I feel for you. I thought potentially we was going to turn the page together. I thought potentially the tide was going to change. But it hasn't. It's not. It's not. It's not. G. Bush, one last word from you and my guy, Titus.
People against them same people?
Man, Pat Gabriel come. I'm telling you.
It really would have been bad.
I'm telling you.
It really would have been bad.
Listen
if Dylan Gabriel comes out here and cooks.
With the same people against them same people?
Man, Patrick Williams, Cleveland doesn't give two any grace to make mistakes. Two has to be.
Dylan Gabriel comes out here and cooks. If Dylan Gabriel comes out here and cooks during this preseason game, chat, with the same people Deshaun Watson had last week, that's really not going to be a good look. But we'll wait for that until we get here.
Perfect. He will make Williams. Cleveland doesn't give two any grace to make mistakes. Two has to be perfect. He will make multiple completions, but the media will harp on one mistake.
That is true. That is very true.
It's comical at this point. I'm gonna just say it is comical.
That's the realest thing ever wrote, right there.
I mean, these guys are like, and this is why we do these things, because I want to just give you an opportunity to see it, because a lot of people be gaslighting you. And so when you come in here and you see this stuff, and we keeping it a buck, we showed you every throw. We said when Deshaun had a good one, we told you it was a good one. But some of the stuff that these guys is putting out is egregious. And he was up. See, no, I'm not. No, we're not gonna do this, because you know what, Tyvis. Let me see something real quick. I gotta see something.
What happened, G?
Nope.
Listen to this. Watch.
I need all of them. I need y'all to understand and see what I'm talking about with this, because This right here was the lowest that I'd have been here. And I showed this to Tyvis, and he said, what is he talking about here? Now watch this. This is directly after the game. I want you to see this is directly after the game.
And I had written a column during the week saying that, it says he's not worried about the boos, but how he handles them is going to be significant because they wanted to see how he was going to handle this. They have to see how he was going to handle this. Now, having said that, I don't think he was set up for success. You could easily see how he was going to handle fan reaction in the dress rehearsal game on Thursday night when you have the first team line in front of you and you're throwing the ball to Casey Concepcion and Denzel Boston. If you wanted him to have a really good first experience back at the stadium, then you might not want to put him in the third quarter of a game when you're behind. What were they behind by that? 24-7 or something?
No, they were down 14-7. And why is it okay for Shedeur to have to go into the game? If you wanted to see a good look from Shedeur and put him in the best position, well, he didn't get to play with our first team offensive line.
No, G, you can't say that. You can't say he didn't get to play with the first team offensive line because then they ain't gonna really have nothing else to say. They say that, G. Bush, though.
We've been playing with the 3s and 4s the entire time. Tyvis, I don't understand. This is right after the game.
Something like that when you're going to put him behind the 8 ball in a situation like that with I know that Shedeur was playing with backups as well, but it's funny because for Shedeur, the backups, those are his people. Those were his people last.
This is egregious.
Why did she say that?
This is egregious.
No,
this is egregious.
She shouldn't have said that. She shouldn't.
What do you
have said
mean
that.
these are his people?
She shouldn't have said that.
He's busting his butt to work with whoever. When last year, when it was Dylan Gabriel and he had to go with the Hungry Dogs, now all of a sudden that's where he belongs. So therefore, he's my God. This is the crazy stuff we talking about with a straight face.
Arvidan and Luke. He has so much incredible timing with Gage and Luke and Malachi Corley. Those are his original people. He has better timing with them than he does with Jerry Jeudy.
Because he don't play with the ones. Why would he?
And that's just a fact.
That's
who he excels with. That's who he practiced with day after day after day after day last year. They had so much time together, so much timing down. Deshaun's never really thrown to those people. I mean, he doesn't have that. So if you really thought that he was going to be your starting quarterback and that was the lean because of the operational skills that he has.
We didn't see those operational skills. They're not, I don't see them.
So listen. So let me listen here. First of all, she shouldn't have said that. One, both quarterbacks been rotating with the ones, so they thrown to everybody. So
Thank you, Tyvis.
You can't say that. That's one.
Say it a little louder. For the people in the back that don't understand that. They've been rotating with everybody.
Yeah, so you can't use that one.
Right?
So you can throw that one to the side. Okay. Then she says that if the case was that let's say he didn't have chemistry with them, well, run your game. His game is quick game. When he was running quick game, it looked fine. He was hitting everybody. That's his game. I think we just need to come to the realization that he is a quick game quarterback. That's just what it is. Like there's nothing.
Yes, at this stage, he is a quick game quarterback. But Titus, that don't excuse what the hell she said. That doesn't excuse what she said. I didn't show my chat the full clip. That's why I wanted to show them this, because I wanted to show them y'all commentary. Because, chat, I don't want you to always hear things from me, because, people say I'm biased, I'm this and that. Nah, I want you to hear from the people who actually cover in Cleveland on a regular basis, the people who actually showing up the practice, the people who actually see it with their own 2 eyes more than me. I went to a preseason game. I've been watching the clips online, but these folks, they been there. They see it. And I'd rather trust their opinion than trust a Bull opinion and trust a Jason Lloyd opinion and all them other cats. And a Mary Kay. Because Mary Kay, boy. Oh, boy. When you retiring, man?
Nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to run, then it was no point of firing Kevin, because that's Kevin's stuff right now. It was running quick game. I'm telling you, that man heard them people talk about he ain't, because everybody said he played well after the first game. Nobody really bashed him. They all
No.
said 11. He could have been 9 for 9 if Harold caught the ball. He
Yep.
finished the game 11 to 14. Nobody said nothing. What the only criticism was he didn't put the ball in the air past 10 yards. So what does he do in this game? Forrest trying to put the ball in there, which tells me he's hearing the noise, and you can't do that, bro. Not at the quarterback
game management
position.
skills that he has, then you have
You need Watson to do well so I can get that 200 mil. So Watson need to do well so we can get him another 200 mil. Oh my goodness. I guess so. Judy. Oh my goodness.
have to set him up for success inside your stadium. The first time he comes back to the place where he was cheered when he was down on the ground with an Achilles in tears. If you didn't think about that, then you were remiss. I was thinking about this. I've been thinking about this for a long time.
Long story short, he shouldn't have played. When that rain delay came, Shedeur was killing it. Don't even play him. Don't even play him. Because it opens things up for this.
So no, I think it means it exposes things like this.
Correct.
If he would have not played, it don't open, it exposes. Because what she's basically saying is it should have never been a competition. You should have gave him the job. So everybody was writing that they was cool with competition, as I told you, was not down for it because you simply wanted him to be propped up and look a certain type way, and that is called setting up for success.
She was one of the first people that said, name him the starter and let's give him all the reps.
She was the only person who said that.
She definitely was the only person that said that. Mary Kay, remember, we should just end the competition now, give Deshaun Watson all the reps, and let him cook with the first team. Well, Mary Kay, funny fact, it was April. Football wasn't going to be played for another few months, miss. But I appreciate you, continuing to tell us what side you was on. But I'm showing you this for a reason, chat, because it gets interesting and more interesting every single time I take a look at these things. Because I kind of start to think, no, it can't be so. No, it ain't so. But then it winds up being so. What is going on out here in Cleveland? What is in the water? What they drinking?
What do you mean? Like, let's be.
Well, no. You're right, because everybody said that they want Deshaun to be the starter, but she was the first one that adamantly came out and said, name him the starter now and let's go.
Right? I've been thinking about this for a long time. Deshaun Watson needed to be thoroughly prepared for what could happen at the stadium. He needed to be thoroughly prepared for the press conference.
Thoroughly, huh, Mary Kay?
And he should have been set up for more success than this. I would never have, I told you guys this before, I would never have had him play in this game. What is to be gained from playing in the third quarter of a meaningless game and throwing the ball to guys that you've never thrown the ball to, that aren't going to be on this football team
stop saying
against
that.
other guys from the Bills who aren't going to be on their football team? What did you have to gain? All you did was perhaps maybe just completely screw up your quarterback competition.
What makes it worse when she keeps saying that he's throwing to guys that's not going to be here, that he never should have been throwing to. What makes it worse is that Shedeur threw to the same guys and it looked fine.
What did you say, Titus? Shedeur had thrown to them same guys. And he looked fine? Interesting.
So it really, you gotta stop. You gotta stop saying that, because you disrespecting them players, and two, so Shedeur could just throw to anybody on the team then. So that's what you're telling me. Shedeur he can make any receiver look good. That's what Tom Brady used to do.
So why don't you just give Shedeur Bond and Casey Concepcion and make it look good for him? Where was all this energy at last year with Kevin? Where was all this set up for success talk 2 weeks ago when Shedeur was supposed to start against the Bills? You know what they told him? We thought, hey, maybe Shedeur is gonna get the same look as Deshaun with the scripts and the stuff. Guess what? They made a decision. Ain't no starters playing.
Yeah, they did do that.
And then they brought you out with the 4s.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know people for 10-year vets needed to win. By the way, Allen and Bouchel outplayed them too for the Bills. So it wasn't like it was just, I digress. Here we go. We can talk about it. Cleveland doesn't give too any grace. Yes, Patrick Williams, we got that one. J-Mac, 2 fresh, 10 Jules, 2 thumbs up. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
And we're going to end it right there. Chat. But I want you to hear somebody else's opinion. I just want you to hear it. I just want you to hear it. But Cleveland, y'all got y'all starting quarterback. Y'all got y'all starting quarterback. I wish y'all nothing but the best, Cleveland. I really do. I really do hope that at the end of the day, Deshaun Watson goes out there and balls. I hope Deshaun Watson goes out there, chat, and he gets in his bag. I hope Deshaun Watson goes out there and he's the best quarterback that we've seen in recent history for the Cleveland Browns. I really do. But I know that's not going to happen. I got to ask, you got to ask in chat. That man is long gone. That man is long gone. But, hey, that's what Cleveland wanted. That's what Cleveland's wanted. That's what Cleveland wanted. And I'm going to leave y'all with this. Because it's Todd Monken. Is he a puppet? Is he a puppet? Asking for a friend.
Todd Monken said he believes Deshaun give them the best opportunity to score points on the road and win ball games. Their first 2 games, if I'm not mistaken, they start on the road. Ocho,
yes.
You're not going to be surprised by this decision, but what do you think really went into the decision? He said he and the staff, I don't believe he and the staff had any say in this. I think it came above his pay grade, and they made a decision, and he says, okay, me and my staff made this decision.
Listen, I told you, obviously the coach, I'm not saying he's a puppet. I'm not saying that, but I knew all along. I knew all along for one Uncle Joe.
Yo, if you're not saying he's a puppet and it came from the upper echelon, the people above him, then my good sir, Unc said it. But Ocho, he's a puppet. You can say it.
That Deshaun was going to start simply because of the money that's owed to him this season.
So it doesn't matter how Shedeur played. Because Todd Monken, you're not saying he's a puppet. You're not saying he's a puppet. But you are.
That's it. So understanding that, Todd Monken is in a tough position. He can't answer the question like he really wants to answer it. You know, saying that based on his performance, and we feel he gives us our best chance to win. But if you look at the numbers, that's not the person that gives you your best chance to win. You know the call is coming from upstairs. Now, I'm sure that call will come upstairs based on the person that writes that check.
So he then is a puppet if he's listening to only what the owner says and doing only what the owner wants to be done. That means he is a puppet. That means he is a puppet. Ocho. That's the definition. So, chat, Todd Monken, he is a puppet. We should have known that Jimmy was going to have his guy. We should have known that. And that's on me for not, telling y'all sooner. But with that being said, Chad, it's been fun. It's been real. I think we come to the conclusion that this is potentially going to be one of the worst decisions that the Cleveland Browns have ever made, starting Deshaun Watson. They will potentially lose some fans because of this. They will potentially lose money because of this. And, I mean, hey, Shedeur, hey, we still holding the wrist up. We still waiting. We still going to be patient. We still going to see how all this plays out. But just keep playing. Keep working. in due time. In due time. We're going to be all right. Scary. Mary Kay only reports what she hears from other people. Yeah, she never has her own takes. Ever. Rarely. She did there, though. I've been saying that they should just start Deshaun Watson and just let him cook with the first team offense. And let Shedeur play with his people. Let Shedeur play with his people, huh? Well, Shedeur only made his people look better. And then when he played with Isaiah Bond and Denzel Boston, I mean, he tried to make them look better, but, you know, we only had so many reps with them boys in that preseason game, even though Deshaun Watson got KC Concepcion, he got Quinshon Judkins, he got Harold Fannin, and first team offense, a line, and we ain't got to talk about it. But anyway, chat, please do me a favor. Hit that follow button. Hit that follow button for me. All right, hopefully tomorrow or the next day or the next day after that, I'll eventually get my voice back. I got hope. I'm praying to get my voice back. I hope I eventually do get my voice back. But as this conversation has gone on, I feel like, you know, my voice is getting a little bit better. But chat, it's been fun. It's been real, man. But the question that I asked today was, is this one of the worst decisions the Cleveland Browns have made? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. But, come on, man. Shedeur going to play regardless this season. Let them play Deshaun Watson. Because when Shedeur come in there, I just want him to be undeniable what he is and who he is. So let him continue to cook on the sidelines. Man. They made Shedeur Sanders more popular. Yeah, they did. Not only did the Browns did. Nah. Shedeur was already popular. Because you got to understand. Shedeur, he been popular. You understand me? Shedeur been like that. All right, let's not say the Cleveland Browns made Shedeur popular. He been popular because you want to know what made him popular? You want to know what made Shedeur Sanders global? Well, I've showed it before, Chad, and I'll show it one more time before we get up out of here. This is what made Shedeur Sanders famous. This is why Shedeur Sanders gained even more fans, more followers, because everybody with their own two eyes saw what happened. Only him and Cam Ward had a similar grade. Interesting. But Chad, you can go through the other videos and you can watch it. Chad, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that follow button. We can continue to talk about this potentially. But let's just see how long Deshaun Watson lasts. Let's just see how it all plays out. Imagine selling jerseys from the bench. Man, that boy sold the most jerseys in NFL history. That boy sold the most jerseys in NFL history from goddamn sitting on the bench for most of the season. So the most jerseys in NFL history, goddamn, just playing 7 games in the NFL. 7 games. Got us, man. Cleveland, you just don't know what you got, man. Yeah, it is what it is. Chat, regardless, we still holding the wrist up. Chat, regardless, I appreciate you. Chat, I love you. I thank you for always coming back, my beautiful people. All right, we about to get up out of here. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that follow button. All right, I would continue, but boys got stuff to do. All right, it's a late night, and I gave you these late night gems, so make sure you do me this one favor, chat. Make sure you send this to your mama, your daddy, your best friend, friend of another friend. Don't forget about Lil Susie, too. All right, don't forget about Lil Susie. I'm sorry for that audio, but don't forget about Lil Susie. Make sure you send these gems to her as well. Send these gems to everybody you know. You understand me? All right. But regardless, God bless you. I hope life is well. I hope you are doing good. All right. I really do. I really, 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 really do. I really, 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 really do. Hope you're doing well. All right. Hit that like button on your way out, though. I'm going to show you one more clip. I really don't like Speakeasy. I don't. But I want to show y'all Shady McCoy take it real quick on Shedeur Sanders not playing in this preseason game. Last video before we get up out of here. For real. For real.
Or I want to stay. I want to ride it out. I want to build for the future. Just like what we like, why should Shedeur Sanders try to get traded to the Falcons? The coach that was there,
correct. It's a wild take.
And it made no sense.
No.
You know, listen.
He's talking about the take that Skip Bayless had that I showed yesterday that we didn't finish because it was the craziest take in the world. That Shedeur Sanders should go to the Falcons with Kevin Stefanski there. Make it make sense, Skip. I think he meant with Kevin Stefanski not being there, but another story for another day. Shady, continue.
I think Shedeur should stay there in Cleveland. He has the fans behind him. He has the players behind him. That's the first step. Mm-hmm. And I do know this. I got a little birdie over there. Oh. His majority of the coaches over there. Uh-oh. Who we don't have right now is the owner. Because the owner say, I can't have a backup making $47 million on the bench. Yeah. Over there. Oh. His majority of the coaches over first. That's the first step. And I do know this. I got a little birdie over there. Oh.
Hey, we know. Hey, who's Shady Little Birdie, chat? Chat, who's Shady Little Birdie? Hey, Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Who your little birdie? Who is your little birdie? So the rumors are true. It is true what they want, chat. The fans want them. The players in the locker room want them. And some coaches. Hold on, Shady. Who your little birdie?
His majority of the coaches over there. First thing Shedeur should stay there in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. He has the fans behind him. He has the players behind him. That's the first step. And I do know this. I got a little birdie over there. Oh. His majority of the coaches over there. Stay there in Cleveland. He has the fans behind him. He has the players behind him. That's the first step. And I do know this. I got a little birdie over there. Oh. His majority of the coaches over there. Yep.
So who's the only person who don't or who ain't really rocking with him, Shady?
Who we don't have right now is the owner. Because the owner say, I can't have a backup making $47 million on the bench. Yeah. But that's cool. But that leash is going to be short. Yeah. I think Deshaun Watson's leash is going to be at the max 4 games. And he's already been playing bad. I mean, he's been playing bad for years now, right? It's the reason why he had his whole press conference about, the fans booing him. They ain't booing you just to be booing you. Correct. It's a lot of guys that do a lot of bad stuff off the field. That's not why they booing you. They booing you because you play on the field.
Exactly. Because it's not good. But Shady, you said something that was key. Shady, you said something that was key. You got a little birdie over there. So the only person that's rooting for Deshaun is ownership. He had the players, he had the fans, and he got the coaches behind him. Holy. But it's just ownership that's the problem. Nah, he's talking about Jerry. Yeah, Christian Richardson. The whole stadium will boo Watson and buy more Shedeur surgeries. Yeah. That's a fact.
Stay there in Cleveland. He has the fans behind him. He has the players behind him. That's the first step. And I do know this. I got a little birdie over there. No. His majority of the coaches over there.
And that's all we need to hear. Yeah, I know who his little birdie is. And that's Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, I know who his little birdie is. He already made a mistake and said it a while ago. So Jerry Jeudy has even come to the realization that, dang, he got these players behind him. He got the fans behind him. I might need to start coming around if I still want a job around here. Interesting. Any other coaches behind him? So our suspicion was right. Jimmy. Yeah. Yeah. We know it's you. We know it's you. Shake my head, though, chat. That's wild, ain't it? Wow. Wow. He said he had a little birdie over there. And Chad, I'm going to believe you and that little birdie. I'm going to believe you and that little birdie. That little birdie is Jerry Jeudy. And we know Jerry Jeudy don't even rock with Shedeur like that. But for Jerry Jeudy to tell you that information, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. But this one right here. That one right there. The long game. The long game. The long game. Like Todd Monken said. That's it. That's all. That's why Shedeur is smiling. You know you play better than him, right? That's what Todd told him. Potentially, allegedly. So Shedeur, we just holding our wrists up, man, and we just waiting. Let Deshaun go out there and flame out. Let Deshaun go out there and start 0-2. And let them come back to Cleveland if they still want to start him and get booed. Period. Point blank. Shedeur, when your time comes, shut the goddamn door behind you. And let Cleveland and the rest of the goddamn world know that I am a starting quarterback in this league. And if it's not going to be for Cleveland, it's going to be for somebody else's franchise. And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Because, Shady, can you say it one more time for the people in the back? For the people in the back, can you say it one more time? Because I don't think they heard you. I don't think they heard you.
Right. It's a wild take.
He has the fans behind him. He has the players behind him. That's the first step. And I do know this. I got a little birdie over there.
Oh.
His majority of the coaches over there.
Yep.
Who he don't have right now is the owner. Because the owner say, I can't have a backup making $47 million on the bench.
Yeah.
And Chad, we know that. We know that. We knew that. So we holding the wrist up and we being patient. We holding the wrist up and we being patient. So, Shedeur, continue to do your thing. Continue to ball out. This is one of the worst decisions in franchise history for the Cleveland Browns. So y'all made some terrible decisions, but it's up there. It's definitely up there. But we're going to let it play out. Now, chat, with that being said, hit that follow button, hit that like button. All right, make sure you send us to your mama, your daddy, your best friend of another friend, little Johnny, little Timmy, and don't forget about little Susie, too. Send us to little Josh as well, because little Josh is just moved across the street from little Susie. Send these gems to everybody. These late night gems, I brought them to you. I gave them to you. You're welcome. But we're going to leave it right there. Because we know that little birdie, Jerry Jeudy, yeah, you see the light now. You see the writing on the wall potentially for your career in Cleveland. But if you got the players, if you got the fans, and you got the coaches, yeah, we're going to play the long game. Yeah, we're going to play the long game. Perfect timing. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. So we're going to be patient, chat. That's it. That's all. But once again, send this to everybody you know. Hit that like button. Hit that follow button. And chat, we'll be back tomorrow. A little earlier, though. Around 8 p.m. Eastern. 7 p.m. Central. Or maybe even earlier. I guess you have to tune in. Turn on those notifications and come find out. I love you. I appreciate you, chat. And until tomorrow, we'll be back again tomorrow. But until then, enjoy the rest of your night. Stay blessed. And hey, still hold up your wrist, baby. Because, hey, it ain't over yet. All right? Cleveland, I'm going to pray for you. Deuces. See you soon.
Hey, we live now, really.